right, continuing on here, we're going to write each expression in exponential form. So now these are given to me with the radicals, and I need to turn around and write them with the exponential form. So we're kind of doing the opposite thing here. Remember, the number on the outside your root is the bottom number in the fraction. So this is the cube root of 16, and when we rewrite that, it's going to be 16 to the 1/3. Okay, the number on the root is the bottom of the fraction, and there's no other number here. This is 16 to the first power, so this is just 16 to the 1/3. This is the square root of xy, and I know that this is a 2, okay? We don't write that 2. It's like the 1 in algebra. We don't usually put the 1 in there if it's in front of a variable. This is an understood 2 that lives right here because this is a square root. So this one is x times y to the 1/2. Okay, just raise it to the 1/2. They're raised to the first because there's no other number underneath there. So it's x times y to the 1/2. All right, now we have 8w, and 8w is fourth rooted. So this is going to be 8w, and I need to put it in parentheses because it's all being raised to the 1/4 power. Okay. Again, if there's no other exponent around or near it or by it, then it's a 1, so it's 1/4. Okay, now here I have another number. See how I have 11 to the 2/3, okay? I have 11 and it's raised to the second power, so now that's your top number. Your top number is not a 1 on this one, it's this 2 right here. So this is 11 to the 2/3. And I didn't put it in parentheses, and I didn't put the 16 in parentheses because they're only one item. This is just 16, and this is just 11. This is x and y. This is both things needing to be raised to the 1/2. So that's why you need to make sure you use parentheses. Otherwise, it's going to just look like, if I don't use the parentheses, it'll just look like the y is being raised to the 1/2, not the x also. Same thing with the 8 and the w. They both need to be raised to the 1/4 power. So that's why you need to use the parentheses. Okay, so number 14, I have a number on the inside. So this is k to the 5/4. And again, you can use parentheses if you want to around the k. It's not really necessary because k is all by itself. It doesn't have anything else going on around it. Okay, so this one, I have the 3m, and it's being square rooted, right? That's the understood 2 because it's a square root. So this is 3m, and I'm definitely going to use parentheses, to the 7/2. Okay, the root is the number on the bottom, and this is the number on the top. And they're both being raised to the 7/2, so let's be sure and use those parentheses around it so we get it with the 3 and the m. All right, the fourth root of -2a, all raised to the 5th. So let's put that -2a in parentheses, and then we're going to raise it to the 5/4. The root on the outside out here is the bottom number in your fraction. Roots go in the ground on the bottom. Okay, we have some different things going on here. We have all kinds of different stuff going on because the things underneath the square root here have different exponents on them. This one has a 5, that's going to be the top number. This one has a 3, that's going to be the top number. And the b, well, we don't write it in algebra, but it's raised to the first power, right? So that's our top number. And they're all square rooted, okay? So I'm going to do them one at a time because they're all different. So it is 10 to the 5/2, a to the 3/2, and b to the 1/2. Whew. So we can write it like that. Or an easier way that we could do it if you want to, and it would be fine either way, is you could just take it like this. You could go, okay, 10 to the 5th, a to the 3rd, b, and all of that is raised to the 1/2. Because then we would turn around and use our power rule to get to this step right here, okay? So either way that you would answer this one, if I told you to put these in exponential form, would be acceptable for me. Okay, so same thing with this one, all right? You can either do 9 to the 1/3, x to the 7/3, and y to the 4/3, or you can just simply do 9, x to the 7th, y to the 4th, all of it raised to the 1/3 power. I think that's easier, the easier version, so we'll just leave it like that.